It's a blessing to welcome on one of the hottest players in the country right now. He had a big freshman season, and now he's come back as one of the most improved sophomores in the country. Zay Wong, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
For sure, man. Well, you're coming off a huge win last night. Your career high, upset win over Louisville. Take us to how you're feeling right now.
I'm feeling good after the Louisville game. I feel like me and the team, we played as a team more than usual, and we played together, and we all played hard at the same time. I felt like that's the reason why we came in. We set a great energy in the first half. That's how we came in and won the game. I feel like.
This has been a crazy year for the entire country, but you guys have been hit by all kinds of injuries and stuff going on. Where last night I had four guys out, playing with only seven players, and it's been a similar thing. You guys have been dropping players, one guy's in, one guy's out the next. How have you guys learned to adapt to this and kind of handle not knowing who's always playing every game?
Um, to be honest, we have a thing. Somebody get injured, next man come up. So I feel like we all used to it. So if somebody get injured, we just got to figure out through the next game. And the most important thing we figured out is just like we know everybody's play style, so we know how to play together. If Earl come back, we know he can play make. We got some plays for him, and if Cam come back, we know he could score and play make a little bit, so that would be even better. But
Mhm.
when somebody's out, we just play hard. That's all we really focus about. We just play hard as a team and just try to figure out through all the adversity we've been through, all the struggles, all the injuries. We just try to figure out, just try to make a bad situation into a good situation.
You guys currently are sitting at 6-6, 500, but you just talked about this is with all this injuries going on. I know guys like Earl will be back hopefully again Tuesday. You guys could get Cam back Tuesday. A few of the guys are gonna be in the mix coming back soon. When you guys are full force, and you look at the guys, the seven guys that played last night, adding these guys in, how special can this Miami team be?
This Miami team can be real special when Chris, Cam come back. Chris, Cam, Earl,
Mhm.
when they both come back, we have more shooting. I feel like so teams don't really play pack in the paint. So when it starts to open up, we get more opportunity to attack the paint, kick out, hit more threes, get our 3 point percentage up. And when Chris when Chris and Cam gets their touchback, it's gonna look crazy because me, Chris, Cam, Earl, we all can crave for each other, and when we do that we look dangerous. I feel like nobody in the ACC can stop us. That's what makes us dangerous in college basketball.
And you have a guy in Earl. We saw some glimpses of it when he came back for a little bit, and he's looking pretty special. He kind of just came right in, fit in perfectly with you guys. Just talk about him and his development as a freshman and how big he's been for the team.
Earl is he's a big piece to our team. I feel like he plays hard. He plays defense. He could play the 1 through 4. So we need that in the team because we don't really have a lot of bigs. So Earl is a great player to have on the team, and he can crave for others and attack the paint, and he could shoot. He could really do anything on the court, and that's what we like really need for a team as us. We play small ball, so it's
Mhm.
like Earl is a big piece for us, and he just every game he looks better every game and feel more comfortable, and that's what I see from him.
Another big piece for you has been a guy that's kind of helped you out a lot now too, and that's Elijah. Originally wasn't gonna be able to play, and then they had the transfer rule. He became eligible, and last night a double double for him. What's it been like just playing with him, and how's you guys' chemistry been developing so far?
Elijah, he's a great player. He's a player that just when he gets his opportunity to play, he's going to play his hardest. He's going to make some plays. He's going to try to get a bucket, try to play some defense, and try to make some threes. He's an athletic player,
Hmm.
I think, and he can finish above the rim. He's a one of those types of players, and he can create his own shots. And he's a big piece to our team, and he has a big role to our team. So when he starts getting going, I feel like the game in Louisville, he played a big part of it because he was getting rebounds, he was getting points, he was getting the hustle buckets. I feel like, and that's what made us win the game.
The thing that was special about you last night was that we saw you all year. You stepped up scoring. Really, every stat you stepped up, but the assisting part was last night. You got up just 30 points, a career high, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Really, one of the better performances we've seen this year. How are you able to maintain becoming that elite scorer, scoring at that high clip, but also passing and facilitating?
I feel like me as a player, I'm a type of player like I'm a scorer first, but when I start realizing people, when I start to score a lot, people are going to start doubling. That's where it starts to open up for other players. So that's where E comes in. That's where Matt comes in. That's where Earl and Harlan come in to get them even open looks. And that's when I start to look for other people. When they start doubling me, I look for other people. I feel like that's what I got better realizing in my freshman and going through my sophomore year is like a lot more open people than when I'm coming in attacking the paint. There was always somebody kick out, and I'm starting to realize that.
Absolutely. Let's kind of go back a little bit because this has been a journey to get to where you're at. Back always from New Jersey, but you make a move over to Pennsylvania, and you have his last couple of years out there really blow up, kind of coming to fold as that top 100 player, 4-star recruit. Take us to that move and what it was like playing out there.
Playing in Philly, it was a great opportunity to play in Philly. I always look for competition in playing, and I heard the Philly Catholic League was great competition. There's a lot of people go to college, a lot of D1 players that come there to go to college. Like Roman had like Seth Lundy that went to Penn State. Glenn Greer, I don't know, he had IMG, I think.
Mhm.
He's gonna be a D1 player, and they had two freshmen, Jalen Duran and Justice Williams. They're going to be upcoming D1 players, maybe NBA one day, hopefully. But Akeem Hart, he's another dude that went to Maryland. So it was just great competition throughout the conference, and I appreciate being in that league, just playing with other players that are like D1 and higher. Just playing every game was like a hard game, just like the ACC. Every game's gonna be one of the tough games, and when you're done with that one, you got another team just coming for you, trying to win the game.
There's a guy that's blown up recently. He took the JUCO route, but he wasn't able to really play through a high school. That's Langston Wilson. I know you guys kind of created a bond a little bit. Discuss that. And what's kind of been like seeing him rise up and now become this big player.
Me and Langston, that's my guy for real, for real. The Bonder days was me and him. We was playing at the park. He'd be going crazy, windmilling, shooting 3 pointers, taking people off the dribble. And
Mhm.
I was like, if this kid could play, he's gonna be special one day. I seen him as a D1 prospect even before he did. I feel like when he was junior, senior year, I was like, this kid could be special when he was playing at the park. And I was like, if he would have played in high school with us, I bet we probably would have been like top 100 in the country. I bet because we had a great season my junior year at Bonner. So with him, we could have did special things, and I'm happy for him what he's doing right now. He got a scholarship to Alabama. I hope he proves people that he could be one of the top players in the country when he goes to Alabama.
Absolutely. And for you, it came down to a recruiting process where you have schools like UConn in the mix, Clemson, Pitt, Villanova, all these big programs recruiting you. You ultimately choose Miami, though. Why is that where you wanted to go?
Miami, I thought it was a great opportunity to play for Miami. I love the coaching staff. I love Coach Larranaga and how he plays. He loves to play with the guard, and I saw a couple games. I saw Chris like I love the way Chris likes play and how he played. It was like a guard system, and for me, when I went there, it was like all about the family first instead of me. They came to my family, checked on my family, and checked on myself, see how I was doing. So I was like, this could be like a great opportunity for me. And when I came here, it was exactly what I needed.
So you get in there freshman year and you don't start until the final 13, kind of this bench piece for the team, helping them out a little bit. You played all the games though, but just take us through the progression of that year and what ultimately led to that final 13 games.
What led to the final 13 games is like um, ever since I started, it was just going through, just trying to find my confidence, just trying to find where I was, what my position was. I was just trying to play like the best position I was, and when he started me, I felt like I needed to do more for the team. So I was trying to help them, try to win more games, try to be a bigger piece to the team. And I tried to for the past 13 games. I felt like I did to the best of the ability I can, and just coming into sophomore season, I'm just trying to still do more and still learn as the season goes. So I'm learning every day, learning what the team needs, what how we need to win more games, because this ACC is no joke. This one of the top conferences, so every game's a hard game, and I feel like as our team we struggling, but we gonna figure it out.
That point does come when Coach Larranaga comes to you and you get the starting job. What led to that? How did you discuss that? And how kind of take us to that time? When did you find out that you were officially the starter?
Um, I realized that when we was playing North Carolina when Chris and Cam got injured,
Hmm.
so I knew I was the next one up. So I feel like in that position, I had to prove that I could really play in the ACC. I could really be one of the starters. I could really be one of the players that he can trust and trust what I can do and play my game and see that he can rely on me to make good decisions and stuff.
The final 13 games involves you having 10 plus and 10 of those 13. Your assists are going up. You're shooting at a 94% free throw clip. You're really just playing at this elite level as this freshman that hasn't started before. How did that all come together so quickly for you?
I mean, I was just a student of the game. I feel like I was just every day I always wanted to learn something from one of the veterans, from Chris, from Cam. I always wanted to learn how to like stop turning the ball over, stop how to learn how to keep the people smacking the ball out my hand, how to when people's doubling you, how to pass it out, see who's open. I feel like when I was in my freshman year, I was struggling, but I always in my mindset, I always wanted to learn every day. Like I see every time I'll make a turnover, I'll look at Chris like, what is he doing differently than me? So when I started to realize that, I feel like I started to notice. I started to get comfortable, more comfortable playing as myself because of what I learned from all that.
And during that time span, you came away winning back-to-back weeks of ACC Freshman of the Week. You joined Lonnie Walker being able to accomplish that. Tell us though, how did you learn about that? How did you hear that you got those awards?
I felt good winning those awards, and it felt good for me and the family just to know I'm one of those top players, like in Lonnie Walker's situation. He was freshman back to back, and I just felt good being one of those top players that did that for the Miami team. So it felt good being in that position.
One game we have to discuss though, Virginia Tech, 3 overtime game, 27 points, 14 of 14 from the free throw line, 12 rebounds as well in that game, and you just get the win. Take us to that game. How'd you endure for 3 overtimes and take us to that game?
Um, Virginia Tech last year, it was a good game. I felt like I was struggling in the first half because I was turning the ball over and I was struggling, but Coach L took me out. He wanted me to think about what was happening, and when I came in the second half, it was like the last 4 minutes. That's when I started to go crazy. When I started to make some clutch buckets, some game winning plays, I feel like. And I felt like throughout the game I was playing hard, but the last 4 minutes, that's when like all everybody was looking like who's gonna make the decision. And they gave me the ball for like the last 4 minutes, and with my decision making, it led to overtimes, and with Chris and Cam just helping made it a lot better for the team. And Chris, he's one heck of a player. He finished the game off. Chris Cam helped finish the game off, and when we set it to overtime, it was a great feeling. And we didn't want to come out that game losing, so we was all coming in that game in overtime. We was like, we got to get this win. I don't care how many overtime is going to take. We gonna win this game. So we had that mindset, and we finished it.
One of the biggest things, like I mentioned, 14 for 14 in the game. That's been rarely done in NCAA history before. And that's something you shot at an extremely high clip last year, 82% for the entire season, 92 in the final 13 games. So shooting about over 76% right now this year. But how have you gotten to such a consistent high level?
Um, for a consistent high level, I just getting. I feel like at the end of the season, I shoot a lot of free throws in games, so it just I
Mhm.
might struggle in have beginning to have, but I feel like when I shoot more, my confidence, like I know, like just mental, I just remember every shot for free throw. So I feel like that's when high percentage, my high percentage starts coming in when I start hitting 10 for 10, 12 for 12. So right now it's just a little, I'm missing one or two, but I'm in the gym shooting free throw. If I miss like two, I'm in the gym with coach shooting 100 free throws before practice.
Mhm.
So I'm trying to get like 90 out of 100 every time, but sometimes I struggle. But the more reps I take, the higher percentage free throws I'm going to make. So you're going to see that going throughout the season.
Last time we talked, you were talking about you going through this body transformation. You headed into your original freshman year around 150 something. Now you're around 180-ish, 170 some pounds. You jumped about 30 pounds of muscle basically. Take us through how you've gone through this body transformation and how much has really helped you now this season.
Coming in at the end of the freshman year, I was like, I need to get stronger because my body was sore, and I felt like I needed to get stronger for me, for my play style. I felt like because I'm a dude that likes to attack, I'm a dude that likes to not force, but like to get in the paint a lot. So for my style of play, I felt like gaining weight and getting stronger was like the best for me, so I can push some people out the way. Just and maybe get some more rebounds, just feel a little bit stronger so I can play with a higher aggressiveness so player can't just push me around, just do whatever because everybody in this league like 190, 185. So if I'm around that, I could play just like them, play with an easier play with an easier pace and not get the ball smacked out of my hand when I run into the paint. So it just made the game easier for me, I feel like.
In my opinion, when I watch you play and when we see this, what you've been able to do this year so far, you're starting to get in that discussion where you're now in the discussion as one of the better point guards, not the best point guard, not just in the ACC, but now you're getting the national conversation. How have you kind of grown into that? And how do you kind of accept that pressure? Because we know when you're at this level, defense will start double teaming you, defense will start attacking you, focusing on you. How have you just kind of having the spotlight on you?
I feel like for my whole life, not my whole life, just high school, it was like the same situation. My junior, senior year, the spotlight was on me, and the team was more focused on me than usual. So in ACC with college team pressuring me is just like I gotta figure out what's going on, how they doubling me, who's open at the same time, so I can make the game easier for me and the team. So it's just like some games I know I'm gonna get double, and now I gotta make a decision. Just make it. It's just all about decision. Making a smart decision of who's open, and just every play, just try not to turn the ball over. Just try to think ahead over like what they're gonna do. So if I think that, I'm gonna have not that much pressure on me. So I feel like I'm in a great position right now.
The relationship with the coach and the point guard is critical in any kind of team, any situation, any level. So discuss your relationship with Coach Larranaga. How have you guys grown together, and just what's the bond like when you guys are coach-player relationship?
For me and Larranaga, I feel like he trusts me as more of a type of dude that has when I get the ball, I'm great at making decisions. I feel like he trusts me more in that. So when I get that opportunity, I can't waste it. That's all I know. Then when I get that opportunity, me and him, we know he gonna create a play for me. It's either I'm gonna make a play off it. It's gonna go up. One of the two. I'm going to pass it or I'm gonna shoot it. One of the two. So I feel like he knows it's a high percentage shot when I take it. So
ultimately, we know your main goal is to play in the NBA someday, and people are starting to say that you have the potential of doing that. That's sometime after this year or in the future. But when you personally evaluate your own game, what do you think you need to improve on and work on so that you feel confident that you could be in the ready for the NBA?
um, to be ready, I feel like I need to improve on my shooting and improve on my playmaking. I feel like people underrate me for my passing, and a lot of people do. I got people in Miami, they be underrating me, but I can really pass. I feel like when I get in the situations, I know I can be one of the top point guards of college. But I know for that I need to help myself with shooting, playmaking, and my weight. I need to get my weight up too, because when you get into the NBA, there's a lot of 30-year-olds weighing like 200.
Mm-hmm.
So playing with them, definitely defense, because one-on-one defense is a lot in the NBA. So definitely that, and just playing all around game, because I know I can score at any level.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the other part, just recognizing what to do and making the best decision at every opportunity. I feel like if I just do that, I can feel great about myself.
Let's say this is a 4-year career for you. What can you have accomplished throughout the entire career of you at Miami?
If I stay 4 years, I can hopefully be in the ACC All Conference players, maybe most valuable player, hopefully. Um, Maybe March Madness tournament. We lead them to the March Madness tournament. Um, get a couple 30 balls, something like that. Yeah, that's all.
So do you think last night's career high will be the career high for a while? Do you think you're capable of breaking that and getting 30 plus or even in the 40s sometime?
I think I'm capable of getting more 30 ball, but defenses they're going to start getting more aggressive. So I might have to. You're going to probably see more assists than more like 6, 7 assists. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe hopefully 30 plus. So, but I know my assist is going to go up because all the defense is going to start doubling me. So my assist is going to be up there.
Absolutely. Well, one last thing I was like wrapping up with is discussing a legacy, and we see you getting more and more profile now. We know that could be an NBA future for you now, but ultimately, what do you want your legacy to be for when you do step away from the game someday? What do you ultimately want to be remembered for what you do both on and off the court?
I want people to know what I leave for a legacy is like how tough I was, like my grit and the toughness, like
Mm-hmm.
how hard I play in the games, how aggressive I play, and how I always want the team to get better. Always want for my team to get better and for myself to get better, and always learn from every situation, every game, and just as I said, just a hard-working player.
Absolutely, man. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking time to come on today, and I'm excited to see what God got next for you, man.
All right, thank you.
Of course, always welcome on, man. God bless.
All right, you too.